Welcome to 27 Topics. Today we have with us a very special guest, Kit Miracle, the Executive Director of the Jasper Community Arts Center.
All right, thank you very much.
Very pleased to have you in this new year. And I know as far as your planning goes, we're kind of winding up a year, but I'm sure you're already working toward the new season.
We're in the middle of this season, and we're planning next season already. We plan out 1.5 to 2 years in advance. So.
That really takes some planning too.
It does. Sometimes I have trouble remembering what year I am, let alone the day.
Well, this
and
is
month.
2008.
Okay.
We just started.
But I'm thinking 2009 already. Yeah.
But before we do 2008, on behalf of the citizens of Jasper and everyone from the TV viewing audience, I'm sure we all want to congratulate you on receiving the State Arts Award.
Well, thank you very much.
It certainly is an honor. It's the second one.
This is the second one of the Governor's Arts Awards, and it's for the city of Jasper, not just for us, but it's for the city's support of the arts, because not only do we have an arts department, but the Park and Rec has a huge arts program for seniors and also for children, and we have other entities in the city that support the arts, the Riverwalk concerts, and it's a kind of an arty town. We have a very good reputation around the state for that.
Well, you certainly do a tremendous job.
Oh, thank you very much.
And the board
it's
too.
The staff.
Let
me tell you.
Very much complimented on, and obviously the state recognizes the benefits.
Well, thanks, yeah.
So again, thank you, and let's move on to the mid-season.
Okay, we're starting this month on the 19th. We have the Coasters, the Marvelettes, and the Platters, and we have 2 shows for that. That's on a Saturday. So anyone who is interested in reliving Motown, and you will know all these songs as they start playing it. Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back, Charlie Brown, Hey Hey Mr. Postman, and Beechwood 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, what did the Platters, The Great Pretender. I mean, these are songs that you will be singing along with. And if you want to come in costume, you can. I think my staff is planning that already.
Are they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably have Donna. That she usually loves to do that.
Yes, she was the instigator. But we did this last year when we had the Ricky Valance show and Buddy Holly. So why not? Get in the spirit of the thing.
Yes, those were great shows too.
So.
Yes, and then we move on to February the 9th.
February the 9th is our 4th in our performer series, and that is called The Wonder Bread Years. The actor in that, it's a one-man comedy, Pat Hazel, but he was the writer for Seinfeld, so it is very funny, and we haven't had comedy for a long time. Again, that's a little bit of a nostalgia thing. Reaching back to when you were growing up and the things that we did when we were 9, 10, 12 years old, drinking Kool-Aid from the pitcher, and you will just recognize all the jokes. I mean, it's just stuff that we all did. If I wasn't a perfect child, probably weren't too many of those around.
Well, that comedy will be great, but let's go back just a little bit to the 19th, the Coasters and the Drifters and those people, the Marvelettes. Mm-hmm. That's 2 shows. That's
2 shows. This year we have 5 different performances where we have 2 shows, and that instantly doubles our capacity for the audience. Last year, as many people know, for the first time in our over 30-year history, we had a sold-out series by subscription. And that means all the seats were essentially sold for the whole
all the performances.
Yeah, for the major performance. So we doubled our capacity by having more shows with 2 shows. We are now getting a lot of people coming from out of town with the internet. People follow their favorite performers, and I may get a call from Fort Wayne or St. Louis or Louisville, Indianapolis. I mean, people come, they come to the performance, they spend the night, leaving tourist dollars here, which is always a good thing. But the internet has been wonderful for connecting them to us.
Well, there is, coming from Fort Wayne or Chicago or wherever they would come from, Louisville. Louisville, they could go home after a show probably.
Right.
But, there is a lot of things to do.
There is.
In the area.
And they often will come after they call up to order their tickets, and then they'll say, well, where can I stay? So I've been working with Kristen Rue at Tourism, and many of the local hotels have discounts. So if the people mention the Jasper Arts Center, then they get a discount price, and that works for all of us there.
That is really great. Then we move on to March.
March.
I Love a Piano.
I Love a Piano, which is, this is a Broadway show actually, and they will be singing 85, 84 Irving Berlin songs this is the full production. It's going to be a really big show. We only have one performance for that. So if you have season tickets that you may not use, we'd be delighted to have you turn those in that we can resell. And you get a tax credit for that. Or if you want to be on the waiting list, call us up, and we do call people in the order that we have tickets available. We may still have some available anyway for this show, but call and get yourself on the list for that.
Well, I think it's important always to mention the fact that, if you know in advance, at least a day or 2 days, and that you're not going to use the tickets, if you would call the auditorium and just tell them they can resell your tickets. That way the auditorium is full. It certainly is great that the tickets are sold in advance, but we don't know what's coming up at the last minute sometimes.
That's true, and sometimes people will say, well, but you had empty seats, and those are sold seats usually, and people just haven't used them, and what a shame. I'd rather have somebody sitting in the seat than an empty seat, even if it is sold. So.
Yes, and so by calling in and telling them to resell your tickets, they can do that and put people in the seats. Okay, then we move on to, the Backstage series.
Backstage series, we have the next performance for the Backstage is Beth Keish, who is a local girl who has gone away. Her mother called and corrected me. She is not from Ferdinand, she is from Snellville, but she graduated from Forest Park High School. So she is coming back. She currently lives in Boston and is a professional singer. Some opera, but some Broadway things. She's traveled all over the world. I guess just her local roots, and just started and is doing quite well. She will be doing 2 performances. So that was to fit in more family and more people who know her. She will also be doing some workshops and master classes at the Jasper High School the next day as part of our education component.
Well, that will really be it'll be great, and it certainly is great to have Beth back.
It is wonderful, and her mom, of course, is tickled pink about it.
And we're talking here about the Backstage series now. Those are fewer seats than the auditorium.
Yes, this is, if you have not been to the Backstage, the audience actually sits on the stage in the round on risers, so there are only 140 seats per performance, but you're very close to the performance, and you can really get into what they're doing. It's a very intimate setting, real fun.
Well, I hope you have sold out capacity for Beth.
I hope so. We're getting close though.
Very good. Then we move into April.
The last on the Backstage series is Naeko Takata, who is a Japanese musician. She plays the marimba, and for those of us who are not professional musicians, it's a grown-up xylophone. But she has won all kinds of international awards, and she currently holds some awards for being the multicultural artist, bringing that component in to the United States and carrying our culture over there.
And then we also, now we move into the Family Fun series, where it's entertainment for the entire family, kids and mom and dad and grandma and grandpa.
The Family Fun series was started several years ago in response to trying to bring in younger audiences and slightly shorter performances, very kid-friendly. So this year we have had 2 of the performances have been international performers, courtesy of Arts Midwest, the Midwest World Fest. So our next one is ESTA, and that is the end of this month and going into the first part of February. They will be here for an entire week, so they will be doing school performances. You'll see them around the community, and they will be capped off with a Family Fun series on Friday, February the 2nd. First. And we have plenty of seats for those. It is, they are an Israeli, Balkan, Mediterranean musical group. So they will be playing some instruments that we probably haven't seen, and it'll be slightly different, but they have played for the White House, they have played in New York and San Francisco and all kinds of places.
And then on May the 9th?
Dan Zanes is the final performer on our season and on the Family Fun series. He is very popular on both of the coasts. He's on the Disney Channel, so I'm getting a lot of calls from all over by people whose kids watch the Disney Channel, and Dan Zanes is kind of a rocker, hootenanny, kid-friendly performer. Very, very fun.
Okay, and then we just have about a minute and a half left. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Well, we have all kinds of other things, not just performers. This month we are just hanging a show. Janet Shapiro from Boston, and these are called Ret Chromes, which is kind of a printed thing that are hanging, and you just have to see them to it's a wall hanging, but it's freestanding also. Next month is a photography exhibit, and that's Susan Carr from Chicago. But she will also be coming down to do a gallery talk. She will be doing some workshops in the schools. She'll be doing an adult workshop, so if you have that new digital camera, you want to know how to use it, come to that workshop. We will have the second of our film series, which is Rear Window. We will also have the History of Photography art lecture by John Puffer, who's from Vincennes University. So a lot of photography stuff next month.
Kit, we want to thank you for being our guest on 27 Topics, and you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah.
You always have a lot going on that
we do.
we certainly like to know,
Yeah.
people like to know about, and the viewers love to see, and and they like to see you on there to tell them what's going on out at the Arts Center.
Well, thanks so much. I'll come out.
Thank you for being our guest today, Kit
Bye.
Miracle.